turn on the recorder because these are formal court proceedings. Nothing you say here is confidential and anybody can view the tape.
Okay.
This is case number FV13-01604 Ulloa versus Coughlin. I've read your application and have some questions for you.
Okay.
So when was the last time he called or texted or emailed you?
Hold that on my phone. I think the day before he got rearrested. The last text was Thursday, May 23rd.
And can you read that out loud,
It
please?
says, Dear Ms. Ulloa, please provide a mailing address for the service of your court documents, as your former address on Grand Canyon is no longer valid and the only other address known for you is Campo. Please remit the rent amounts you wrongfully converted between May to July. The consequence or damages to the wrongful summary of eviction for Mr. Zach Coughlin and the Pomeranian Palin in lieu of litigation. And then there's the month prior, there's tons of text, but he took court, I brought them with me, false documents that looks like he was trying to sue me for my dog, and he took them to my work. And I have been dealing with Zach Coughlin for the last 2 years, and I let things go. Because when you call me and harass me, I can just ignore the phone calls. But when you go to my work, that's crossing the line. I have a new job. You're crossing the line there. You're suing me for my dog, which, I mean, that's the only thing that matters most, and he knows that is my pet. So we've been broken up 2 years, and around the 2-year mark, more phone calls and more text has been.
How many text messages did you get, like, last month, for example?
This starts, one of them, and I kept all of my grain, so that was March 17th, and then they just keep going and going and
are
going.
you responding? It looks like you responded one time.
I responded one time, and then they keep going, and then I finally said, leave me alone, I'm going to RPD, because you're harassing me at this point.
Okay, can I see?
Yeah, you can read them all.
Okay. So,
and that's not including the phone calls. I get about, this last week, I don't know if it was because it was our 2-year breakup mark or he was trying to deal with this, but I got about 10 to 14 phone calls a day, but it's from a blocked number. So they come up blocked on my phone.
Did he leave messages? Or?
He left a couple. I kept a few.
Okay.
The texts do come up, so that's the only thing I could keep. But he'll text me from random numbers and call me from different phone numbers.
Okay. So it looks like they're not threatening, but you've asked him to stop contacting you, and he continues to contact
But
you.
he has broken into my previous house twice, and I did have that on file with the RPD.
Okay. All right. Well, there are many, many, many text messages here.
And then some of them are like, I miss you, and then they go to,
right.
I blame you, and then they go to, you're a horrible person. I'm just afraid he's going to, if he finds out where I live now, which he doesn't, not that I know if he doesn't know my current address, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Okay. This is being recorded, so if you don't want him to know, that's not something you should mention here. And apart from the series of text messages in March, and him coming to your office and delivering that, and the phone calls, before March, was there a
He goes in and
gap?
out. They go in and out. I go for a couple months where I don't hear from him, and then I'll hear from him a lot for about a month. Then I go for a couple months where I don't hear from him. But he, this time, was trying to contact a bunch of my friends to find out where I lived, and that's when I just drew the line. I didn't know where to go. And I know that he has been in and out of jail the last year, so I just don't know his state of mind. He's never physically hurt me, but I wouldn't say that he wouldn't put it past him to take my dog. I mean, I'll be honest.
Okay. That's not the dog that he has. He has
No,
a separate dog.
He had a separate dog.
Okay.
Which I don't even know if he has, but I did originally bail that dog out of the Humane Society a few times.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a protection order based on the pattern of harassment. And here's what it's going to say. He can't have any contact with you. He has to stay 100 yards away from your confidential address. He has to stay 100 yards away from Campo at 50 North Sierra Street. When did he break into your house?
He broke into my house, I want to say, probably June of 2012, and then it was, I want to say, around 6 weeks after.
Okay.
Again.
He can't take or harm or threaten to harm your dog. Any other friend or relatives home that he knows about that you frequent regularly?
Not that he knows where they live.
Okay. The way this is going to work, I'm going to set this for a hearing. He has a right to appear at that hearing and present his side of the case. If he's in custody at that time, he'll participate by phone.
Okay.
And because that's the court's policy. So I'm going to set this for a hearing on June 24th at 8:30. He also has a right to ask for an earlier hearing, and if he does, we'll set this for an earlier hearing.
Okay.
So the way this will work is that I'll prepare the paperwork, the clerk will process it, and then we'll get him served if he's in jail still. If he's been released, then the clerk will let you know, and you'll need to take the paperwork to the Washoe County Sheriff because the sheriff will need to serve him, so you have to have an address for him.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any questions?
I know this is going to sound weird. So I have his physical address, but I know that he won a court case by being improperly served a few years ago. So if I can't serve him, I mean, I'm hoping.
Well, you don't serve him, the Washoe County
Okay.
Sheriff's Office does.
Okay.
They have to serve him, not you.
Okay.
You don't serve him at all.
Okay.
You're not gonna have
Yeah.
any contact with him, so don't respond to any emails,
No,
text
okay.
messages, voicemails, anything. So the purpose of this order is to sever the contact between the two of you.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, so we'll see you back in court on the 24th or
And
before.
what time was that?
It's at 8:30 and it'll be right in your paperwork. So you're gonna wait out there, and as I said, he does have a right to an earlier hearing, so you
Okay.
may be in court before then. Okay? All right, then I'll turn this off and